It's certainly good to have you with us again today. I'm excited about the word we're going to talk about. G-O-D. God. When you hear the word God, what comes to your mind? What's your view of God? I want to share some statistics to put this in some type of perspective. Pew Research Center studies have shown that the share of Americans who believe in God with absolute certainty has declined in the recent years, while the share saying they have doubts about God's existence or that they do not believe in God at all has consistently grown. These trends raise a series of questions, the Pew Center says. When respondents say they don't believe in God, what are they rejecting? Are they rejecting belief in a higher power or spiritual force in the universe? Or are they rejecting only a traditional Christian idea of God? Perhaps recalling images of a bearded man in the sky. Conversely, when respondents say they do believe in God, what do they believe in? God as described in the Bible, or some other spiritual force or supreme being? That's a legitimate question we all need to ask ourselves. Who do you believe in? When you think about God, what is it that you actually believe? I'm not going to convince you today in a few minutes one way or another based on what your belief may be. As you know, I certainly believe in the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob as taught to us in the Bible. But here's what I do want you to ask yourself. Whatever your belief may be, how absolute are you in it, or is it simply somebody else's opinion that has influenced your belief? I talk to people who reject the God of the Bible without reading the Bible. They reject the God of the Bible without knowing anything about him. Certainly, if they're rejecting him, they have not experienced him intimately, though they do bask in his glory. They bask in this beautiful universe. They bask in wonderful, great weather. They bask in good health. All of the things that we truly believe come from God. But whatever your belief is, why do you believe it? Is it based on good, basic biblical information? Are you at least well informed as it relates to your decision? Because so many people, they see God from their own viewpoint, their own imagination, somebody else's opinion. But my question is, if you're rejecting the God of the Bible without reading the Bible, how is that an informed decision? You have a right to reject him, but are you rejecting him simply because other people did? So what do you believe in? Even in that, whatever that belief may be, what is it based on? One thing that's for sure, God describes himself more in the Bible, defines who he is more in the Bible than any other source on earth. So if you're going to reject him, wouldn't it make sense to read the Bible and then make an informed decision, as opposed to just relying on somebody else's opinion? God, how do you see him? Because a God of your imagination is not a rooted definition of who God is. The only way to know God really is to listen to God himself. Now, for those who just totally reject the Bible, that's going to be a difficult task. But I find it interesting that you reject the witnesses of the Bible but you accept opinions of uninformed people. My question is, to know God, you must know him as he defines himself. And even to reject God, if that's your choice, at least reject him as he defines himself. You may find that your opinions, your definitions of God, your view of God may be changed when you better understand the facts, the witnesses, and the history. If you can believe and base your life on American history, can't you at least give biblical history a chance? My question is, are you rejecting God because you really truly feel he's false or unbelievable? Or are you rejecting him because of somebody else's opinion? I just simply want you to think about it.